This is the norm. This is the person that's been tweezing their brows themselves since they were 13, right? Got that? Okay. We're going to be pros at filling in brows by the end of this brow seminar. A little of this. This would be an ample client I would say you have to go home with and start the brow enhancing serum now, because right here on this brow, it's all the way over here. This one is a little closer. Spread apart they are. Yeah. So what we're going to use on her is a high arch. This is what everyone tries to achieve. If you can get to a high, you're there. If you can get to a full, you've made it. Is this from getting your brows done?
No, I haven't gotten it done.
Okay. This is the majority of people I work on that have come from the threading places. Just kind of a line, not too much. Oh.
I can't get waxed though, because I do use rendering.
Oh, you are? Okay. Don't worry, I'm not waxing you. Another thing with this brow, I'm just showing the ins and outs of what you're going to deal with when you have certain brow dilemmas in your chair. On this brow, it's cut all the way up top here, so her whole tail, where it's supposed to be, is now shifted downward. So if you can see in the stencil, she's barely in it. So if I were to wax her, I would take off more of her tail than I need to. That's where you would actually have to shift the stencil and work it for where her hair is. So now her brow is right here. Does that make any sense at all? Okay. So now we have an idea of where her brow is. I'm going to take the pencil. For her, I'm going to use a medium ash. These are $21 and literally the best things in your kit. Because if you can get the perfect brow down for your client, again, you're theirs forever.
How much is it for the brow serum?
$45.
It doesn't grow hair anywhere like above where the brow is. You have to be careful to put it only where the brow is, the serum.
Well, what we want people to go home and do is start adjusting their brow downward. So I want them to put the brow serum on their brow bone, because that's where I want them to grow all their hair, and then they come back to me in about 3-4 weeks, and then I wax. And then everything that's sitting above the brow bone, I take off. Everything sitting below the brow bone, I take off. Now I have the perfect brow. They've just done all the work for me. So I'm going to mimic some hair. The reason why I go so light with my powder is because I do most of the work with my pencil. I just need to see an idea of the stencil with the powder. What I do right now is I want to train her brow to go upward and trim them, but if I do, she'd have the thinnest little row of hair sitting on her brow. So I'm just going to soften it and leave them alone. There will be times where people are demanding me to wax them, and I will just refuse because there is no hair. happening before our very eyes. Okay. So soften, soften, soften. So now she has a little bit more of a frame around her eye. Just a little
She has an arch, actually.
little something.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Thank you.